More family fun and frolics tonight at 8 p.m. on The Benny Hill Show. But first, it's our friendly Thamesmen.
Hello.
Oh dear, how are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. 2023. I'm George. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm energized. I thought you were giving me the finger for a second there.
No.
It was like you paused a bit too long in that whole motion.
I when there was I think I should get like a band-aid just holding my glasses together. You know?
Oh no, it's like a safety pin. You know, we have your safety pin.
Exactly that. My name's Alex. I'm in San Francisco, and I don't need a safety pin for my glasses, but I think they would suit them. One of these days, I'm going to miss.
Well, we can hope. Can't we?
What was your best present at Christmas?
What was my best Christmas present? Christmas 10 days off. That was my best present. That was, and obviously, the 12 days of music that Thamesmen gave to the world. Well, we didn't give music. We kind of reacted to 12 days.
That was really good. I really enjoyed that, actually. That was superb. And also the comments of everyone.
Brilliant.
Was absolutely fantastic. I think everyone enjoyed that one.
We did get a bit carried away. We created a lot of content. You know, I keep saying that. But we reacted to a lot of content. But we had the how to make gravy. I thought that was lovely. The Paul Kelly. Then we had just had like a good time. And so I think that was fun. What about you? What was the best thing?
We are easing into 23 like a comfortable armchair, aren't we?
Yeah, a couple of odds and sods to get rolling. I've managed to extricate myself from some snowy mountains, and we're going to drop in with something a little bit different here.
Yeah, this one I've seen, and I passed it over, and Chris has put it on our tracks to review, and I'm blown away. I passed it over to Chris because I watched, I saw this. It's a jam. But basically, I got hooked into. I'm going to mess up his name, Leland Sklar, the bass player. Mm-hmm. So this is a jam. Well, do you want to read the notes and then we'll talk about what's going to happen?
Right. Well, so this is a sort of little mini supergroup, and it says so it's Joe Walsh and friends. And they're actually at a studio in Los Angeles called The Village, which I've been to. Just a quick side note, which isn't in your notes. The Village is this old studio on Santa Monica Boulevard, I think it is. And it's an amazing place. So many historic records have been done there. And it is an old Masonic hall. So it's got this really weird sort of architectures and sort of like plasterwork and things. And apparently there are some secret passages in the walls of the studio. So anyway,
excellent.
Yeah, but anyway, so that's beside the point. So anyway, this is funk number 49, and it says, you may know Joe Walsh from his solo work, his time with the Eagles, or the James Gang, where his nifty number comes from. His guitar work has ensured life has been good to him, and in return, he is a huge supporter of Veterans Aid. This was released in 2021 when COVID prevented an actual concert. Joe got some friends, including his brother-in-law Ringo, together, and this groove-laden jam is the result.
Well, I watched this, and I didn't know about Leland, and I got hooked onto the bass, and I have actually had never seen such a good bass player. And then I went back and read, and it was like, I think I've just watched the world's greatest bass player. I mean, he did all the way from. He did all that Carole King, and then Phil Collins, and then he did Jackson Browne, then Linda Ronstadt, and then he did this, and then he did that, and then he did Toto, and then I got into his YouTube channel, and he talks, and it's just like he has done every single major album that was out there.
Yeah, no, and this, and looking up the lineup of this group. Well, let's listen to the music. We'll have a chat afterwards. How about that?
Yeah, that'd be great. So sit back, relax, get a cup of tea. It's just a jam. But it's a jam from just some of the greatest musicians in the world.
Some of the best session musicians, best history here. Yeah. Absolutely.
Connecting on that bass. All right, are you ready?
I am ready. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, boom. Off we go. Check the bass out.
Take one now.
Yeah. There's nothing what they say.
Brilliant.
Oh, that was so good. That was just like, what a jam. Like, what a ridiculous lineup as well.
What a ridiculous lineup. So I stumbled across that. I don't know how I stumbled across that, but you could see why I locked onto that bass playing.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like Gandalf
yeah,
of the bass world.
Yeah, fretless bass with just such sort of precision and just groove to him is amazing. Yeah.
I know. And the guy must be, in deep in the 70s. With, and it's like he's just come back from Mordor. He's just, brought the elves with him. And I didn't know and then I looked at the catalogue of his work, and he's basically the world's greatest session musician.
I mean, all of them, like, though, we got, Joe Walsh, obviously, huge, Ringo Starr. Now, Ringo Starr, I mean, does he have like a picture in his acting? Is he getting younger?
Do you follow him on Instagram?
I haven't, no.
He's brilliant.
Is he really?
He's absolutely goddamn brilliant. And he is, I tell you what, him and old McCartney.
Yeah.
Very good surgeons. I mean, not too much, I mean, they look great. They look better now than they did 10 years ago.
And I mean, like, let's talk about like hair dye. Sometimes, hair dye is obvious. I was looking at his head of hair going, that looks bloody good. But I suppose if you've got a couple of $1 million, or more, you can afford like the best hair dye. You don't have to get cheap rubbish.
Actually, also, we were talking. Me and my family were talking. Then we were talking about how fame changes people, and how pop stars become a-holes or this or that or whatever. They let their virtues go and their values go or whatever, and they get changed by money. It seems like Ringo and Paul McCartney haven't. They just seem like nice people.
Yeah. Talented, down to earth, but real. Yeah.
Yeah. Not trying to get a picture next to a jet holding a gang sign and showing off. Just seem to be really normal people.
Well, yeah, apart from the two of the Beatles, probably one of the most famous groups.
But you would have thought that they would have said that would have made you go into this mega a-hole.
No, because they don't need to. They just go, I'm a Beatle, mate. Are you?
I know.
You don't need a jet. When you're a Beatle, you don't need a jet or a liner or any of those things, because you're just like, I'm a Beatle.
I know. And who else was playing on that?
Well, we had Russ Kunkel on drums, who was the other drummer, who is been on more sessions and played with like Crosby, Stills or Nash, Crosby and Nash, I think, and then what is it, Waddy Wachtel and Benmont Tench, and so it was a hell of a lineup, that one, I
always love two drummers as well.
I do.
I love two drummers. More bands should do it for groove. I don't know what it is. It's the fills or something, or they play off each other. I just love two drummers for the groove.
Yeah, exactly. Every time. I mean, when we talked about the Allman Brothers, we talked about the Tedeschi Trucks. They had the two drummers, didn't they? And then there was one a little bit more obscure, which I used to love going to see some time ago, which was from a band from Austin, which was a bit more alternative, which was You'll Know Us by the Trail of Our Dead. And they had two drummers, and they would switch out, like the lead singer would switch out with one drummer, and then they'd have like two drummers, and they were a great live band. Fantastic.
Well, the bass player, he's got a YouTube channel, which is fascinating to watch as well, because he's always working, obviously, and he's always traveling, and he's also then saying, well, when Phil Collins brought me in to do Something in the Air Tonight or whatever, and I did this, and he's great, and he's down to earth as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, those cats are the real, LA studio cats you see around, in the studios. They've done more records than you can name, probably.
Yeah,
they're unbelievable talent. So that was a great jam, and it sounded great again. It just had, and for me as the sort of the non-playing musician, like it's this secret language where they can jam for 10 minutes. They just know what exactly each other is doing and how they fit together, and it's just seamless. I'm just like blown away by that stuff.
I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. I say I've watched that video probably about 20 times. I put it on in the background while I work.
Okay.
And I don't know what it is about it. It's just, I think it's because each one of the musicians are so good. it's not driven by one person. 1 minute it's a bass that's driving it, and next minute it's Joe Walsh that's driving it.
Yeah.
Next minute it's the drummers are driving it, and they all take turns to drive and push forward.
Yeah.
And as a result, you can get a 10-minute track, and it's just perfect. You don't want it to end.
Oh, keeps it interesting, doesn't it? That was a great choice. That was a really fun way. Happy 2023, everyone.
Yeah, happy 2023, and hopefully you also could be as young as Ringo this year.
Yeah, right, exactly. Where does he get his hair dye? I need some. So
follow his YouTube, his Instagram as well, because the guy throws out more peace signs than Mother Teresa.
I don't think she threw out many peace signs.
She was all peace and love.
Well, I don't know. It was a bit of a dodgy reputation later after she
A
died.
bit of a dodgy reputation.
I mean, I don't think she was that evil. She wasn't like Satan or anything.
Let's not pin Mother Teresa to the wall. On top. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Know what I mean? Yeah, excellent.
All right, then. Get ourselves out of that little minefield.
Let's talk about the Inuits.
How's global warming going? Oh dear. All right, so if we got a lot of stuff coming up, we post 3 times a week of odds and sods, and we've got our curated week, and there's a hell of a lot coming up. So if you'd like to subscribe and join us on the journey, please do. We're easing into 23, starting off with some nice warm kind of easy tracks, and then we'll start nibbling away on the Gouda later on.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I love that. Thank you. Good choice. Never heard it before. Fantastic. So
Probably never hear it again.
I think I will. I think I'll do it when I'm doing my laundry or something. Sounds good.
Take care.
See you on the
side.
flip side.
Ciao.
Bye.